Hi everyone, Pauline here. I'm just coming on today to show you a quick video of how I made one of my samples for the Craftstash website and for Christina's Card Making Magic Celtic Dreams collection. I'm going to be using the Tree of Life today, and these are the dies I'm using from this set. I'm using the tree and the outline cutting die, and I'm also using from the icons. No, I'm not using the icons. What am I using? I'm using this one. I'm using a corner from the Celtic Borders Corners and Sentiments die and stamp set. The only other thing I'm using is a larger circle, and I wanted it just a little bit bigger than the one you get in this die set, so I've used my Creative Stitch Nestables. They're the large dies. So how did I begin? First of all, I made a 7x7 card base. My sample on the website is actually, it has an overhang here, so it was actually 7x8 I think, and I did some a bit of die cutting down the edge there and a label. So to do this one, for the top layer of the card, I've cut a piece which is 7 by 8 inches long and creased it at 1 inch, and then the back piece is 7 by 7, and then you just pop those together and you glue that down on the back. That's if you haven't got a 7 by 7 card blank. The next thing I did was to cut out this background paper, which is 6 3/4 I imagine, yes, 6 3/4 inches. And then I've cut the larger die into the centre because I want a white circle around this to lift the colour. So then I've cut out, this is the die you get with the Tree of Life die set. I've cut this out in the green, that's going to go there, and then the Tree of Life I've cut out twice, and I've coloured in the leaves, so I'll show you how I did that. So that one's already done, that's going to go there, and then I'll show you how I did these. I've also cut out 8 of these corners and I've stacked them too high so that they're just a little bit more prominent. Also the words love and grow, I've cut those twice from this die set, and I've stacked those twice. You can do twice, 3 times if you like. So just using 3 colours of green. It's very simple the way I've done it. I've gone in with, on one side, a little of the lighter green, and just round the edges, and then I've gone in with a slightly darker one and just blended that in. Go over it again with this lighter green, blend that all in together, and then we'll have a few slightly darker ones as well. Just put a little bit of the lighter one on too. And it just mixes up the greens a little. So we'll just glue some of this down now. So inside I'm using Collal all purpose to stick the card together. There we go. Make sure no glue has oozed onto the inside. We don't want that to stick shut. Right, Now we'll glue this one on the front. Once you've cut your pieces out, it's really easy to assemble this card. It's very quick, but it's very, very effective. So we have a nice white edge around the outside, and then we'll have excuse me, a nice white edge inside. And I think that just lifts it. And then we'll glue the first tree down. This is with a tacky glue. Just go along the branches as far as you can. You don't have to stick every bit down, and dot your glue onto the roots, just so they don't get caught when you're popping them in the envelope. A couple of the little leaves as well on the outer side, just to give it a bit more stability. But I like to leave a few free as well for a bit of movement. So we'll pop that down in the middle. Any little bits of glue, just dab those out. And that looks quite striking on the dark background. And then I've put some sticky pads on this. You could use gel if you wanted to. I just couldn't put my hand on mine, so I'm using these foam pads just to raise it up a little. This is probably the messiest bit because there are some tiny pieces of foam on here. I've had some work done in my craft room. There was a crack in the wall and I had to get that fixed, so a lot of my craft stuff is in another room. I'm having to go back in two rooms to find everything, and I can't find some things because I've had to pack a lot of stuff away. It was a bit of a messy job. Right, just a few more of these. You could, of course, just do different coloured papers if you didn't want to do any colouring, but I quite like doing a bit of colouring. There we go. And then what I'm going to do is try to get the roots more or less in the right place, but I want to just skew the tree a little, and that way it gives you a nice thick bushy kind of tree. It just gives it a nice effect, more of a 3D effect. So then all we need to do is to glue on our corners, which, as I say, have been stacked too high, two die cuts high, and it just helps them to stand out a little. So one in that corner. I love this set, it's absolutely beautiful. It'll come in very, very handy. It'll be lovely for men's cards. There's a lovely stamp set as well with some fantastic sentiments in, verses. There we go, that's 2 done. Three. I'll give these a proper press down in a minute, just make sure that the glue is taken. And then all we need to do is to either put a sentiment across, or I've cut these out of the die set, so I think I'm going to Just put a little bit in the middle there. And we'll have Grow Love. I couldn't think of anything nicer to grow. There we go. And that's the card finished. So that's a nice quick one. Obviously you've got to put the work in die cutting, but then it just comes together so quickly. So I hope you like that card, and there's plenty of room in there for your sentiments, etc. And you could, if you've got the stamp set, why not stamp these lovely images inside, because there are quite a lot on the stamp set, and some very quirky verses. So I hope you've enjoyed that. Hope you all have a great week, and thank you very much for watching. Bye for now.